Welcome to your HGP Sportscast. I am Sean Embrock. News making the sports desk. Clinton Orling, former GFF Normalization Committee Chairman, weighs in on the resignation of GFF Technical Director Claude Bolton. President of the GFF, Wayne Ford, said the GFF will continue with Bolton's projects. G2U North Georgetown District 50th Independence Track Meet, March 20. Details when we return. Sliggers FC, the top team of the Stag Elite League, Genesis, defeated runners-up Alpha United in their encounter playing their first match together in the finale. Coach Bill Wilson. Alpha wants a dominant team. Sliggers is probably taking over that place. What would you account for the consistency of Sliggers winning their games back-to-back and time again?
I'm glad that somebody at last have realized that Slingers is the #1 team, because the falsehood has been propagated by John Public out there, by Slingers, by Alpha football coach, that they are the #1 team. And we knew that for the last 5 encounters that we have played Alpha, we have defeated them 4 times with 1 draw. So we are always confident when we go out against them. Our team is a team that believes in love and unity. We are a family led by myself. I always try to preach togetherness and brotherhood to our players. And I think that's what manifests in our games.
Wayne Dover, coach of Alpha United FC, while accepting the outcome of the match, is peeved with some of the decision taken by the officiating referee. 3 Alpha players were red-carded. It's clear, Dover, that you're not unhappy with some of the decisions and the red card that were issued tonight to a couple of your players. Tell me what went on.
Well, we as coaches sat on the bench and we saw clearly an infringement took place, and a supposed infringement that the referee called for by Joshua Brown. And in the same breath, he called a different player and issued a yellow card, which resulted in a red card. And the player wasn't even close to the play. So I was wondering if this player bruised the referee, but it wasn't for any abuse. It was clearly the infringement. He blew for and gave the wrong person a card.
You had an opportunity to ask your player what went on?
Well, the player was at the last coming off the field, wanted to know what he did. He went to the referee and asked him what he did, and the referee could not have said what he did. Of course, the referee is the sole authority, but then at the end of the day, the referee are here not to determine the outcome of these games, but to blow in the spirit of the game and ensure that we have a good game throughout the entire tournament.
In spite of the loss, Dover said it's still early in the finale, which gives Alpha FC time to rebound. What would you say to your team going forward into the other games?
Well, we got to go back to the drawing board and rebound from this, because once again, it's a defeat. This is the early stage of the tournament. 1 loss cannot determine anything. We got to be brave. We got to be very disciplined, come out and train, and ensure we get better results in the next set of games to come.
Alpha United will next play Fruta Conquerors on Friday, March 11. The feature match of last evening doubleheader, Fruta Conquerors versus Monedalas, ended in favor of Conquerors 4-1. We spoke with Floyd Cadogan, coach of Monedalas, on the team's dismal performance. Okay, Mr. Cadogan, Monedalas lost the game tonight. Where do you think they fell down?
Well, first of all, in the starting period, in the first 20 minutes, we won't be able to stabilize defensively. We made some errors, and we paid for them.
Meanwhile, Trevron Lycott, captain of Fruta Conquerors, said his team will enjoy the moment, but must immediately focus on the game ahead. Tell me about Fruta Conquerors win over Monedalas tonight, how you feel about it and how you felt that the team played tonight.
The victory is well-deserved. Although we know the team is not a mock team, I should say. It's a well-fought game, and going forward, as a team, I think we could do better because we lack up in certain areas, coming on to bottom especially. But we hold our own and come out victorious.
The Stag Elite League continues Friday, March 11th at the GDF ground with another doubleheader. We tell you now that the North Georgetown branch of the GTU is in on the 50th Independence Anniversary celebrations. The branch will run off its track meet March 20 at the Police Sports Club ground.
In planning this year's activity, in the North Georgetown branch of the Guyana Teachers Union. The executive birthed the idea of having this track meet in celebration of our Golden Jubilee year. And so we said there would be no other way in which our athletes can showcase their talents in the junior as well as the senior. In this year, this Jubilee year, the athletes will be participating in events from the 14 age category to under 20 events, 100, 200, 400, 800, and 1500. Also the 4x1 and the 4x4 relay.
Course Guyana Inc. endorses the 50th anniversary event by the GTO branch.
Of course, it's pleased to be a part of this event. Of course, it's about youth sports and part of the Golden Jubilee. And of course, as a company, over the years we've been here, the 20+ years we've been in Guyana, we've enjoyed the support of the Guyanese public. So it's only fitting that in the Golden Jubilee year, courts plays a role in celebrating this achievement for Guyana.
That was Pernell Cummings, Courts Marketing Manager. On board with the track meet is the National Sports Commission, and Director Jones was on hand to give the Commission's blessing.
I would like to take the opportunity to commend the North Georgetown branch of the Guyana Teachers Union for this initiative. And of course, you note, in anything in relation with sports, the National Sports Commission will give it full support. As you are aware, in 2016, our calendar of events to mark Guyana's 50th anniversary, we title all sporting events that the National Sports Commission is making a contribution towards as 50 Shades of Games. So these events that are being had by the North Georgetown branch of the GTU will form part of the 50 Shades of Games, which is being funded and supported by the National Sports Commission.
The venue for the event is the Police Sports Club ground. The Bartica and East Coast District, along with 6 athletic clubs, will make the event possible, along with Banks ZIH and Star Party Rentals, the other sponsors. Entrance fee to the event, adults $300, children $200, race start at 4 in the afternoon. Moving on, we tell you now that former chairman of the GFF Normalization Committee, Clinton Orling, sees the resignation of GFF Technical Director Claude Bolton as a blow to Guyana football.
It's a big disappointment that Claude would resign at this time. In particular, there's been a lot of investment into Claude's development of the next generation plan, which was the blueprint for football for the next 4 years. No, I think it was for the next 8 years. It was a detailed blueprint that would have totally transformed all of Guyana's football.
President of the GFF, Wayne Ford, while acknowledging that the Federation is hard hit by the resignation, will advertise to fill the vacancy ASAP.
Of course, losing Mr. Bolton is indeed quite an impact, will have an impact on the operations of the Guyana Football Federation. The GFF will be advertising locally and internationally for the position of technical director, and once we have those applications in, it will be reviewed by a technical panel, and I'm confident that a very good decision will be taken with regards to the individual that will replace Mr. Bolton.
Ford affirms that the project started by Bolton will continue.
The technical department of the Guyana Football Federation will continue the work that was started by the technical director, Mr. Bolton. Many of his programs have already taken root, and we will continue to pursue those programs.
That's our sportscast. Thanks for staying tuned, and a few minutes more to look at the weather forecast.